Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel to a brand new video, and today's video is going to be a Q&A because I feel like it's the best video to do because I'm able to cover a lot of topics, and instead of doing specific videos that are like 30 minutes long, I'm able to do like a video that's like 30 minutes long and cover so many different topics in one video. And also because different topics can be like really quicker to explain, and I want to make sure that I cover as many topics as possible to do with recovery. So these videos are kind of my most favorite ones to do because they're just easy to do and they cover lots of information. As you can tell, I got my hair cut, so originally it was like down here and now it's up to here, even though I asked them to cut it to there, but they never listen for some reason, so instead they cut it up to my shoulder length. But I've had lots of lovely compliments of you guys on my Instagram, so thank you guys so much to everyone who has, you know, sent me a lovely message saying like that you like my hair and stuff like that. I truly appreciate it. You guys have been so supportive, and if you've been able to tell, I haven't really been posting that often. Like I did every 3 days, and then I think my last video was like 5 days ago or 7 days ago or something, but that's just mainly because of the fact that I've just been so busy with my own life and just getting on with things, and I've been going out places. Like the other day I went to like an all-you-can-eat buffet. I went out, I saw some friends and stuff, so you know, like I'm doing other things other than just like recovery now, which is so much better. But like I've just been kind of just enjoying life, and I don't really have the time to always just like, you know, go on and record videos and stuff all the time, but today I finally had the chance to. So the first question is by Recovery Sophia 28, and she put, are you from Ireland? And no, I'm not. I'm from the northeast England, Newcastle, and lots of people just think for some reason that I'm from Ireland / America because of my accent, but no, I'm from the northeast of England, which is Newcastle. It's meaning I should have a Geordie accent, even though it doesn't really sound like I have a Geordie accent. But yeah. The next question is by Emma's Recovers and put, why are you so pretty? I don't know how to receive compliments, so thank you. Becca bites back, but do you want children in the future? Yes, I do want children in the future. I guess I would like 2 children in the future, but obviously as long as they're healthy, and if like whatever happens, that number might change. But like I do really want children in the future, and it's one of my main motivations to recovery. Like I have the BB code, which is boobs, babies and bums, and obviously babies in there, and in order to have a baby you obviously need a period, and I'm still struggling to have my period back, so I'm hoping that's coming soon, and I have had signs that it's coming soon, so I'm expecting it to be next month or like well this upcoming month, so fingers crossed. Ella Loves Panda 03, but hardest part of recovery and biggest perk. So the hardest part of recovery is accepting weight gain and accepting body changes, and the biggest perk is, I guess, like you're able to just live again. You're able to, you know, move on. You're able to like do so much things that like you're not so obsessed with food. You're not so like obsessed with your body or anything. You're able to actually live. So I guess living is a huge perk. I can't pronounce his name, but they said, did you gain weight rapidly or slowly at the beginning of your recovery? So I gained weight really rapidly at first, like extremely rapidly, and then slowed down due to my metabolism. And then I guess it like spiked a little bit again, and then it just stayed slow, and like I just gained gradually kind of. But then like I got to a point where I was sick of the slow pace of the gaining, that I just like I push myself even further to gain weight, because at the end of the day my whole goal at the beginning of the recovery was to gain weight in order to be healthy again. Therefore I didn't really care as much how fast it happened, because it felt like it was already a lengthy journey. I mean, it's took me like 4 years to get to this point, to be honest, like to like this mindset and everything. Although I've got to this point before and then relapsed like in April or whatever, like last year, it still took me from like September to now to be at like a point where I'm like I'm kind of feel like I've got energy again, my mental state is a lot better and stuff like that. It's took me a long time, and I got to a point when it like January hit and I was just like, right, I want my period, I want this, and I need this right now, and I want to be recovered bakes rather than recovery bakes. So I literally just like pushed myself to the limit to eat as much food as possible, because I didn't care how I did it, just as long as I did it, and it kind of worked. So I rapidly made myself gain more weight, and it was uncomfortable because I was full and I was eating past the point of fullness and stuff like that, but I did it because I wanted this. How was your recovery doing / update? It's going really well. I'm determined that I'm going to fully recover. Like now it's just now I just know, like I know for 100% that I'm going to fully recover, because of the fact that my mindset has completely changed. When I have blips and stuff like that, and when I have like struggling moments, I combat them with, you know, opposite actions constantly. Like the other day I tried on some clothing and it didn't fit me anymore, and I got really upset and stuff like that, because I expected to fit into these clothing when I was a healthy weight, and they still didn't, they didn't fit me. They were really tight on me actually, and I got all emotional because I literally just bought those outfits at Christmas time and they don't fit me anymore. And the way I combated that instead was I went out to an all-you-can-eat buffet the next day. Or like example, when my thigh gap like kind of disappeared, I got a Chinese, you know, like what I mean. Like instead of just sitting in a pity party and crying about it and letting it affect me, I do the complete opposite actions. And that's something that old Emma wouldn't have did. The old Emma would have just went to destructive behaviors, destructive controlling kind of aspects, and she would have restricted. And then it just shows you the shift in the mindset and the shift of I want to get better. And the only way you will recover if you are 100% committed on this journey, and you are 100% committed to weight gain and 100% committed to, you know, life. How to deal with people saying can't even speak. How to deal with people who are saying I look great now, even I'm so visibly anorexic. Well, that's like, you've said it yourself. You know for a fact that you're still so visibly anorexic, which means you're not great. And it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks or says, you're not great. And I'm guessing by what you just said, you're not feeling great either. So this is your body, your life, and they don't have a right to comment on you whether or not you were healthy or not. They don't have a right to comment on your body. So ignore all comments and just focus on yourself. And if you're not feeling good, and if you know how well you're not feeling good, then you know what you have to do about it. I'm very sick of it. Are you close to weight restored? And yes, I am. Tips on not being so afraid of gaining weight. I'm scared that it doesn't stop. I don't really have tips, because it's just something that you have to kind of just do, even though you're terrified of it. It's like feel shit and do it anyway. So like you're in that mindset and you just have to tell yourself, I'm not scared of gaining weight. I'm not scared to gain weight. It's okay to gain weight. And although you might not believe it, or you might be like nah, I am terrified and I'm shitting myself, you just have to be like, you know what, it's okay, it's not the worst thing that could happen, you know? Like you just have to kind of fool yourself until you kind of believe it. And then over time you will start to realize that actually this isn't so bad, and actually I could actually kind of deal with this. And that's what happened to me. Like I never thought I'd get to this point where I am with my weight and stuff and be happy. Yet here I am, and I'm at this point, and I'm probably the happiest I've ever been since my entire eating disorder started, which is crazy. So it just goes to show you that you're probably thinking, if you are underweight and stuff like that, or calorie deficit or anything like that, then you're not thinking rationally, and you can't really think out of that kind of hole of this is scary, because your cortisol levels, which is your fear hormone, that's like spiked. Everything is spiked. That's like kind of negative. So you need to make sure that once you start to gain weight, you'll start to think clearly, and that's like you're able to, you know, think rational thoughts. Just on how to eat fear food, for me it's everything with oil. So I was terrified of oil, and the only way to challenge that is to by adding oil. I challenged that by Yorkshire puddings. I challenged that by doing French toast with oil every time. Like, you know, I wanted to have something. If I could, like say for example, I could have used like, you know, the Fry Light spray or whatever, which is just like a little spray thing that's like 0 calories or whatever. but instead I know from well that I'm not going to benefit from that. I'm not going to challenge my fears from just using that spray. So then I allowed to use oil, and if I found it too hot personally to use it, then I'd ask my mom instead to cook for me and use it while she's cooking it, and it just helped me get more comfortable around it. And like oil is not something to be feared, it's actually very natural kind of fats and stuff like that anyways. And another thing is that like fear foods, you're not scared of the food, like you're scared of the consequences your brain's making out of the food. So that all kind of leads down to weight gain, and you need to remove the weight gain and the fat phobia and all that jazz to be able to be like okay with food. So right now I think I only have one or two fear foods left out of a list that was about 70, which is kind of insane. But like now, like the only reason why they're still fear foods is because I'm not really able to go out and get them naturally. So like it's kind of hard to find like a bad fish and chip sausage that's gluten-free, so I've never been really able to go out there and challenge that. And I'm obviously not going to eat gluten for the sake of doing a fear food. But like what I'm trying to say is that like we have fear foods for different reasons, but 9 times out of 10 it's probably because of the fact that you're scared of the weight gain. How to deal with feeling full in recovery. You know, just think that this is temporarily and that I'd much rather feel full than like die. So just try and think of stuff like that, like try and contradict everything. Recovery Blossom asked, what is your favorite recovery code? So currently it is everything may feel like an uphill struggle, but just think of the view from the top. So that's kind of one of my favorites. Like currently, as a whole, I would say feel shouldn't do it anyways because it's just a perfect representation of recovery. But yeah, my anorexia recovery put when did you go all in? So I started it at the end of September, but I wasn't able to cut out all exercise until November. So I would say the beginning of November-ish, end of October-ish, that's when I truly committed to recovery. Is your extreme hunger still high or lower? It's definitely lower, so much lower. I don't think about food 24/7. Like I would scroll through my Instagram feed all day. I would eat loads of food, and like I couldn't go anywhere because I would be eating food. I couldn't probably go like 20 minutes without trying to like have something in my mouth. So it's huge progress, and you know, like I still have a big appetite, but I think that's going to be something there. It's going to be there for a very like my life now and things, and I just feel like I'm all right with it, you know. Like I was like, oh, I wonder when I'm gonna like stop having to eat all this amount of food and stuff like that, but like I know my body will naturally kind of do it, and I'm just trusting the process. And it's kind of already proved to me that, you know, it stopped the kind of extreme hunger, it stopped the obsessive food thoughts, it stopped the hyper-aware around food, it stopped like the whole you know, paying attention to what others eat and stuff like that. Like when I go out places, my instant thought is, what if there's gonna be food? It's not that, like it's gonna be like something like, I can't wait to see this person, you know what I mean? So my body has proved me right, like when I've trusted it. So I'm just gonna continue to do it, and I know that I'll do everything naturally. What was your pre-ED favorite food, and what's your favorite food now? So my pre-ED favorite food was rice, I would say. And my favorite food currently is curly fries because I've just been obsessed with them, like right this second. But as a whole, I still love rice. I would still eat rice all the time. And I would say I'm kind of more swaying to an Indian than Chinese. I used to love Chinese when I was younger, but now I feel like I'm more like I like Indians better. What's your favorite thing to do or place to go with friends? You know, I like to just stay and chill. Like I'm not the type of person to go out drinking with friends. I'm not the type of person to go out in general, like to be honest. I'm kind of just really chill being at my house watching movies with friends. If I do go out, then I like to go to the city centre and go to the shops and stuff like that, and then stop to like that Zaza Bazaar, which is like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Just do things like that. Like I'm not the type to go out at nighttime and party and stuff like that. Like, I'm just not into that kind of thing. I don't like the atmosphere and I'm just uninterested in it. What's your favourite food at the moment? Like I said. What's your favourite subject at school and what did you do best in? I love business studies and I probably did best in business studies and English. I know, right? English, can't even barely speak it. What time do you go? What time do you get out of bed? I guess it depends on like the day and how I'm feeling and things and what I have to do. Like if I'm working, then I have to get up early. If I am like not working, then I'll probably just stay in bed. I've got so many questions. I honestly didn't expect to have so many, so I'm gonna try and get through them. But there might have to be another part of this video. So let's go. I've been in recovery and I haven't gone to the gym for over a year now. I constantly feel tired and breathless. I'm eating more than ever and mostly being able to eat intuitively. I feel like I should start incorporating exercise into my day-to-day life, even just 30 minutes per day, to make me feel stronger physically and not get breathless easily. What do you think? I think no, you're not recovered yet, so therefore you shouldn't be doing any exercise. And seeing that you've already had a gym obsession and exercise a kind of addiction, I would say no, it's dangerous territory, especially since you're not fully recovered just yet. And I know you're saying that you're eating more than ever you've been in your recovery, which is really well, but is it still enough? And another thing I want to say is the reason why you're feeling tired and breathless is for a reason. So think about when you first start eating and all you want to do is eat and you get you get extreme hunger and stuff like that. It's kind of the same way with exercise. When you stop exercising, all you want to do is rest. Because your body is really, really tired. It's been exercising, vigorously for however long, and all it wants to do is rest. I know when I stopped my exercise, I felt the exact same way. I could sit down and I would just sink into the sofa because of the fact that I just couldn't move. My muscles felt weak, and I felt better when I was doing, the vigorous exercises and everything like that. And it took a really long time for me to start feeling that I have a little bit more energy. To be honest, I still don't have, all the energy that I'd love to have, but I have way more than I used to. But honestly, just trust your body, and if your body's sending you signs that quickly that it's tired and it feels breathless, then that's for a reason, and that means that you still need to rest and you're still repairing. Remember that your body is doing so much stuff internally, and that doing anything to contradict that or anything to put a threat to your body, it will start to just mess up things. Doing over exercising can actually slow down your metabolism, especially in recovery. So there's lots of other things like that you need to watch out for. Will you do a mukbang? No, because I don't really want to do any more really food eating related videos. I know that's a lot of people like to see on my channel and stuff like that, but it's not something that I feel like I really want to go into. I want to go into more vlog style videos, more life videos. I might do an odd, what I eat in a day, and I might start to do, when I'm recovered, I might start to do stupid challenges and stuff, like eating the rocks cheat day or whatever. I might start doing stupid shit like that, but right now I'm alright eating what I want to eat personally and just doing it as just normal rather than having to whip out a camera and record it. Also, you also mentioned that girl again. There was a gap between that thingy. She said that she hasn't got a period back either, and you're still slightly underweight. And that just shows you're definitely not recovered yet. You're still underweight, so therefore you shouldn't do exercise. And that whole to feel stronger, that's just your ED speaking. Opinions on child services. I know they can help some people, but personally, from my experience, they were shit, and I would never do them again. But that's just my own opinion, and I know some people have been really helped by the child services. So how have you been lately? I've been fab. Favorite tradition, family tradition, or national tradition? I love Christmas. We always go all out for Christmas, and we always have. Even when I was little, we get reindeer dust. We'd read the same books and stuff for Christmas. We do a buffet every year, and I just love Christmas. I just love it. Biggest / proudest accomplishment I can't even say that, accomplishment this week. Feeling shit and then the next day going to Zata Bazaar and going out in general, going out to the city centre, going on a bus, doing lots of things that I probably wouldn't do. I also saw my friend who I haven't saw since I've been underweight, so then that was really scary, letting them see me now and stuff, and I was scared that they were going to comment, but they didn't. It was all good and I really enjoyed it. So lots of achievement. What new hairstyle are you going to do? Question mark. Sure, it looks so good on you, by the way. Thank you. I'm not really sure. There's not really that much I can do. I can literally just like tie it up, and even then, so like it's like a tiny little ponytail, like just like sticking up there. So I'm not really sure. I might just like wear it down a lot more and maybe curl it sometimes as well. But I'm not really sure I can do too much with it. Must try food when visiting the UK. Yorkshire puddings. Just go to a restaurant, get a Sunday roast. Do you want to travel in the future? If yes, where would you want to go? I would love to go to Japan, America. I'd love to go back to Greece again. I'd love to go to Germany. And I'm trying to think of where else. There's loads of places that I want to go. It's just like Bora Bora. That's going to be hopefully my honeymoon destination. What was your first important win back in recovery? Well, I'm still in recovery. I'm not recovered just yet. But my first important win, I would say when I first had pizza for the first time and first had a ready meal for the first time. That was probably my biggest win. How to start eating less after being weight restored without being hungry and restricted. You know, that's the thing you don't have to worry about. Because your body does this for you. Your body will send you signals when it's hungry. Your body will send it signals when it's not hungry. So, like, what I'm trying to say is that, like, your body will just do this all. You don't need to micromanage it. You don't need to be planning your meals. You don't need to do anything like that because your body will naturally do it for you. And when you get healthy again, you'll have regular hunger signals and you will be able to, you know, trust them. But, like, you just need to focus on right now and right that moment and right that day, and just remember that your body wouldn't send you signals to pee for no reason, so it certainly won't send you signals to eat for no reason. Let's have a look. How do you do your makeup? It's so good. Thank you so much. I usually do moisturizer, then foundation, then some powder, then highlighter, then eyeshadow, then my eyebrows and my lipstick. I use really cheap products, so I don't really go all like, I wouldn't spend money on makeup because I feel like there's better things to spend money on. But like, yeah, I don't really think I'm that great at makeup, but lots of people say I am quite good at it, but I don't think I am. But anyways, another topic for another video. Favorite outfit, that dress that I had on my story yesterday. If you want to go ahead and check out my story, follow me on Instagram. I am posting so often on Instagram though, especially on my story, so go ahead and check it out. And I also have another giveaway coming up, 2 giveaways actually. When did you decide to recover? Already answered that. Let me just have a look because I feel like I've answered a lot of these already in previous videos. Someone said, who buys all your food, you or your mom? We both kind of do it. My mom usually goes out at the end of the week on a Friday into like a big shop, but if I'm coming with her, then I'll add things in myself, or like if we're ordering online, then I'll add my own little things in. But my mom knows what I like to eat and she usually gets it. But if I want like extra things like snacks and things, she usually picks up things for me and be like, oh Emma, I got you these to try. But if it's like a specific thing I want, then I'll probably go out my way myself to go and get it, or ask her to have a look for it. So we both kind of do the shopping. How to cope when others eat slower than you when eating the same thing? Block out other people. It's so hard to like say this, but you just need to ignore everyone around you and just focus on you. It's not being selfish. It's literally so important that you just focus on yourself, on your own eating, and on your own recovery, okay? Please do a video about your job. It looks really cool. I will do, hopefully, if I'm ever able to record. It's quite hard because we're not able to record. We're not able to play character when we're in character. So therefore, I can't just whip out my phone and go on Instagram and start vlogging or whatever in character. And behind the scenes, it's really rushed because we need to quickly get ready, and like it can be a bit of a rush. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to do like a vlog on it or anything like that, but I might be able to talk about it and then show videos of what's being recorded by my boss and things. I'm not sure. Do you believe people who never restricted are at their natural set point weight? Yes, I do believe that, because that's how they maintain it. Even if someone is overweight, that might be their natural set point weight. How do you deal with guilt after indulging? Just sitting with it and just doing distractions like going on my Instagram, answering questions. I guess sometimes I sleep even. Just kind of just having to just get on with things. Let's have a look. Where's your parents when you make your YouTube videos? Well, my dad is currently in bed because he's sleeping for work because he does night shift. My mom is downstairs. And do you mean when I do the food related videos? Because they're usually just in the next room or whatever. They know I do YouTube videos, and my dad actually wants to do a video with me soon. So you might be able to see my dad soon and we'll do like a video together. But they're so supportive. Like they follow my Instagram, they follow my social medias and things. My dad subscribed to my YouTube and stuff. And they're like, they all know about like my social media. It's not something that like I'm quiet or secretive about because they know about it. So yeah. Cheesecake or brownie? Brownie. Sushi or pizza? Pizza. So like, I feel like I've answered a lot of these in all my other videos. How is it living in the UK? It's good as a whole. The weather is not great. The food is great. Brexit and stuff's getting annoying. It seems to be the only thing that's on the TV currently. The NHS is good, except from when you need to go to A&E, which is accident and emergency. You have to wait absolute hours to get like seen. But other than that, I guess it's kind of good. I don't know, I've never really lived anywhere else, so I can't really compare to anywhere else. Do you still suffer extreme hunger? Already answered that. I feel like I have like already answered so many of these. What percent recovered are you? 92% I would say. How is weight restoring going? Do you have any side effects? I've had so much. I've had the whole puffy cheeks, bloating, a lot of weight retention is there. So currently I'm suffering with like some, you know, really puffy cheeks due to weight retention and puffy thighs and stuff like that, but like I'm just getting on with it, to be honest. Like I've had side effects. I've had the uncomfortable, like, you know, digestion and things like that which I had to deal with. I've had the night sweats, which has been so bad. Like I couldn't sleep for like 2 weeks straight because of how bad they were. But like I just try and contradict everything that happens with a positive. So I'm like, oh, I've had really bad night sweats. I'll be like, oh, but it's a sign that my body's getting healthy again and my metabolism's speeding up, which means I'll be able to eat more food and like maintain my weight, you know what I mean, when I get to like a natural weight. So I'm able to like, you know, contradict everything. When I get bloated, I'm like, well, this is temporarily and this is happening for a reason. It's just another sign that I'm not healthy yet and it will take some time. Like there's loads of things like that. Is a mini moan method good? It's kind of good, except from I don't agree with the calorie counting. So I did mini moan and it didn't really work for me. And although I think it's good for the whole calorie limit kind of thing, like, you know, the minimum guidelines, I guess that's kind of good. But personally, I don't really feel like it's the best thing. Just go all in, go all in and do real recovery. Yeah, that's everything. Do you have any siblings? The last one. Yes, I do. I have 3 sisters, Louise, Leanne, and Jasmine. And that's all your questions answered, because the rest I've already kind of answered in previous videos. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and goodbye.